Hello guys, I gave an interview in a company called Vega6, and this was my third round of interview. So they asked me how do you use curl? So I said curl, that is client URL library, is used in PHP to send HTTP request, fetch data from APIs and interact with external services. Okay, so basic curl request, fetch data from a curl, then you have URL, then you have to initialize the curl, then set options, then execute request, then close URL. So the output echo response. Okay. So first of all, it will initialize a curl session, then fetch data from the given URL, then return the response instead of outputting it directly. Another method is sending data with curl, that is post request. So you have URL, you have the data variable, title, body, user ID, then initialize the curl, then curl execute, then close, then response. So send a post request with the JSON data, then use curl opt to send data, send content type application JSON in header. Third option is sending data with the curl, that is put request, updating data using put. So $URL, then $data, title updated body, then curl initiate, then response, then echo. Send a put request to update. Okay. Then fourth one, sending data with curl delete query. So you have one $URL, then $ch, then setup true delete, response and close, then response. So it will delete or remove a resource. Then handling a curl errors. You have a variable $ch, curl init, then one URL, then curl set opt, then if response curl execute, if curl error, so error otherwise response, then close. Fetching data with authentication. Some API require authentication. $URL, then $ch, then initialize it, then curl set opt, then curl execute, then response. So user basic authentication with curl opt user password. User bearer token authentication in headers. Okay. So and we can do the same thing with the postman. Okay. So validation in coordinator, they asked me a question. So we have the set validation rule, like the first of all we have to load one form validation, then we have the validation set rule, username require 5 to minimum length 5, maximum 12. For validation email, required valid email, then password required min length. Okay. So this is used for the validation in coordinator. Okay. Another question they asked me. Okay. Another questions, include, they ask me include. So if the file is not found or cannot be included, PHP will emit a warning and continue executing the script. Okay. So this is the include. Then they ask me difference between include and require. So include show a warning and continue execution. Require shows a fatal error and stop execution. Okay. same question again. They asked me this one, curl request, so which I have already discussed. Have you created a custom function in CodeIgniter? They asked me. So I said yes. So first of all, inside the controller we have like home.php. So we will use helpers here, like public function index, then helper my helper, then echo say hello John. So it will call the function. Then we'll create some routes, then run the project. Start the server PHP Spark serve, or we can visit the local host. Okay. So first of all we have to create a helper function like say hello, then loaded it in the controller, then accessed it via route. Okay. So this API question they asked me again and again, but the answer was the similar. Then they asked me what is the inner join and full outer join. So I said inner join returns only the rows where there is a match in both tables. Full join return all rows from the both tables. If there is no match, null values are returned for column from the table that doesn't have a match. They asked me permissions in CodeIgniter. So I said if you want a simple way to restrict access, you can use session based checks. Okay, you have created a controller like session is not get is admin, then return to login, otherwise welcome to admin page. If the user is not an admin, they are redirected to the login page. Okay, so using filter for permission control we can do. They asked me get and post method. So I said get method send data through the URL making it visible. It is used to retrieve data from the server. Okay. They asked me CSRF. So that is the cross-site request forgery in CodeIgniter 4. CSRF is a security feature that prevents unauthorized requests from being excluded on behalf of a user. In CodeIgniter 4, CSRF protection is enabled by default. So how to use CSRF in forms? So add CSRF field inside your form. We can also use it in Ajax, or we can use it in APIs. So CSRF is enabled by default. Use CSRF field in forms. Include CSRF token in Ajax request, or you can disable CSRF for API in filter.php. So this was my second round of interview. I will share more questions like this. Till then, bye.